article in The Economist, and this is shout out to the freedom fighters in Cuba. So Cuba, Libertad. And here you have an expression called Patria y Vida. My Spanish is, yeah, but it's a saying like fatherland and life. And this communist dictator Fidel Castro, he used the opposite of that. He was for death. So he said the fatherland or death. So that's shout out, and so I want to keep in contact with, as I said, freedom fighters and free thinkers in Cuba, and how we could support the progress there and the Contra revolution, the positive one, because now enough is enough. What's going on in Cuba? So this is the latest issue of Economist. Cuba revolts against the revolution. So that's contra, that's against. So contra revolution, or even better, starting a new chapter in Cuba's history and become a free sovereign state and country again. So I'll see here in if it's live. Yes, it's working. So, and I did this symbolic thing that I got from a friend for my birthday. It's wrapped still, so I will use it at special moment. This is not from Cuba. I will smoke a cigar from Cuba when it's free. So, article here started with, you could say, the op-ed almost here in The Economist, saying Cuba, the mask slips. The best way to help Cuba's protester is to lift the American embargo. And there I must say that I don't agree with The Economist. I think you have to use different ways in order to pressure the dictatorship and the thugs that are in the government there, and get rid of them once for all. And right now they are suffering in a way because due to the pandemic and COVID situation, and you have this, as you call it in Swedish, nyttiga idioter, like useful idiots, that's going to Cuba because it's nice, so-called nice tourist place, vacation. And there, if you are a tourist, you pay with the hard currency there, this US dollar or special Cuba tourist dollar, that's going directly to the regime there. And the people living there, they have another currency, and they don't get any benefits from that. So this is what's going on in Cuba, and that's why we're going out now in the streets. I think it was on July 11th in different cities, and protesting and say now death to, as Castro saying, fatherland or death. So it's get rid of a dictatorship there and celebrate life, vida. So Patria y Vida. And that's a song. I will look that up. It's some kind of song that is doing satire on Fidel Castro's saying Patria y, and then the death thing in Spanish. And then also shouting Libertad, freedom. That's the Latin word, liber, and libertad. That's probably the adding for in Spanish. So Cuba, shout out to the freedom fighters in Cuba, Libertad, Patria y Vida. And I will check out that song and do a thing about that. So that's the articles, and the second article here, and I have now 4 viewers, thanks. And if you want to support my work here, please download the HAPS app. Then you get 100 coins, free coins that you could share with me. So I could, for a hat tip, I could buy a cup of coffee, it says on the donate button, but as you know, I'm a tea drinker. Cheers. So, and yeah. So the second article here was a revolt against the revolution, and they cover what's going on here, and about this Mr. Diaz Canel. He blames again against the embargo there and against America, what's going on there. But I think now citizens there have figured out that's not the case. So if you have any information about the situation in Cuba and what's going on and how you could support, as I said, the freedom fighters there and getting this overturn of the regime and getting a new start for Cuba, I'm more than welcome. You're more than welcome to shout out or reach out to me. So it would be interesting to cover that. And I have today this American flag on me. Got from NASA Space Center, and for example, we could take this flag and wave Betsy Ross flag. As I said, there's been lots of support for them in America, especially in Florida, where you have lots of expats and lots of Cuban that have fled Cuba and moved to America. And as an ending here, I'm thinking of doing this short and sweet. I remember how the tragic thing what happened with Ilian Gonzalez, the child or kid that got on a boat with relatives over to America, and then the American the agency there, immigration, handed him over or back to relatives there in Cuba. And I wonder how is he doing right now? Is he marching in the military in a military way, being like a puppy for Fidel Castro's gang, brainwashed, or is he still alive and thinking for himself? That you could wonder. And again, you could wonder how long this Cuba have been around in this kind of regime. It's sad, very sad. And here I'm often thinking outlook in North America and international. But for your information, here in Sweden, it's like in politics we have a communist party. They call themselves now the left party, but it's the former communist party. They have around, I think, 10% of the votes in Sweden. And you could wonder how many of them, the voters there, are supporting the dictatorship in Cuba. So 5 viewers, thanks for watching, and talk to you soon again here. This was Thursday 4, Force Hammer, and commenting on the articles in the latest issue of Economist on the situation in Cuba. So thanks for watching, and talk to you soon again. And if you have any tips on cigars that's not from Cuba, you're welcome to reach out to me also. Thanks again to my friend that gave me this on my birthday. So ending this again to a reminder of this Libertad for Cuba, freedom fighters out there, and Patria y Vida. Maybe I should try to learn a bit more Spanish nowadays. So take care and cheerio, and see you around on Saturday. I will have a tea drinking party, and I have some ideas how I can do that during the weekend and Saturday with my tea interest, my passion for tea. So yeah, take care and talk to you soon again.